Hello student, welcome to all of you. This is the last paragraph, last part of the chapter. So let's see what is the story that is going to be finished, conclude. So I continued down the road and my cousin Murad went across the field towards the irrigation ditch. It took him half an hour to find the horse and bring him back. All right, he said, jump on. The whole world is awake now. What will we do? I said. Well, he said we will either take him back or hide him until tomorrow morning. He didn't sound worried, and I knew he would hide him and not take him back, not for a while at any rate. Where will we hide him? I said. I know a place, he said. How long ago did you steal this horse? I said. I suddenly dawned on me that he had been taking these early morning rides for some time and had come for me this morning only because he knew how much I longed to ride. So, as Aram looked for the horse down the road and Murad went towards the irrigation ditch, irrigation means sichai. So, he came back after the 30 minutes with the horse. He told him to jump over as the whole world was awake by then. Aram asked to what would they do now, to which Murad told him about two options. Take him back or hide him until tomorrow. Murad was not worried and Aram knew that Murad would hide him somewhere and not take him back for a while. Aram asked him where Murad would hide him. Murad told him about a place he knew which would be perfect as a hidden spot. Aram eagerly asked him when he stolen the horse. If if appeared to him that Murad had been taking the horse for morning ride for quite some times, and he showed up this morning to ask Aram to ride along because he knew he was doing to ride one. Who said anything about stealing a horse? He said. Now, when Abraham asked him that you have stolen the horse, the answer was given by Murad that who told him about these things that he had stolen a horse. Anyway, I said, how long ago did you begin riding every morning? Now Abraham said, anyway, just leave it. How long ago did you begin riding every morning? Now tell me, since when you were riding the horse? Not until this morning, he said. The Murad answered that from the early morning of the today. Are you telling the truth? I said. Now Abraham asked him further, really you saying the truth? Of course not, he said, but if we are found out, that's what you are to say. I don't want both of us to be liars. All you know is that we started riding this morning. So Murad said, of course not. Means he confessed that he had stolen the horse. But if we are found out, that's what you are to say. But he also said that what if happen if we both found out, as you are saying. I don't want both of us to be liars. Murad said, I don't want that both of us to be catch as a liars. All you know is that we started riding this morning, but you all know that we both started riding on the horse tomorrow morning. All right, I said. Abraham said, okay, as you wish. He walked the horse quietly to the barren of a deserted vineyard, which at one time had been the pride of a farmer named Fetvizin. Now, Murad took back the horse to a deserted area that was once very famous for as a vineyard, and it was belonging to a person whose name was Fetvizin. There were some oats and dry alfalfa in the barren, and there were some oats and dry alfalfa means a kind of grass. So there were uh, grass that was so dry in that area. We began walking home. Now after that they started to walk home. It wasn't easy, he said, to get the horse to behave so nicely. Now Murad said to the Abraham that it is not very easy to handle a horse, to treat the horse like very nicely. At first, it wanted to run wild, but I've told you I have a way with a horse. I can get it to want to do anything I want it to do. So now Murad was appreciating himself, and he said that it is not easy to treat the horse nicely, but he knew the way how to treat with horse, and that's the horse was doing what he wanted. How do you do it? I said. Now Abraham asked him, "Ki, what is the reason that you do, yeah, you treat the horse very well? I have an understanding with a horse, he said. Now Murad said that he have an understanding with the horse, that the horse behaving like him very well. Yes, but what sort of an understanding? I said. Now Abraham said to him, yes, I also want to know what is that understanding that you behave nicely with the horse. A simple and honest one, he said. Murad answered that it a very simple and honest. Well, I said, I wish I knew how to reach an understanding like that with a horse. Now Abraham said that it was his hope and wish that he would know the understanding as like the Murad. You are still a small boy, he said. Now at this, Murad answered that Abraham was still a small boy. When you get to be 13, you will know how to do it. And he also added that when the Abraham will be 13, then he will know about this all. I went home and ate a hearty breakfast, and after that Abraham went his home and ate a healthy breakfast. That afternoon, my uncle Khushro came to our house for a coffee and cigarettes. He sat in the parlor, sipping and smoking and remembering the old country. Now, at the very day, Abraham's uncle, whose name was Khushro, and he has a very famous dialogue. Don't pay attention, everything is well. He had visited his house and were taking coffee and some cigarettes, sitting in the parlor. Then another visitor arrived, a farmer named John Brew, and after that another visitor, guest arrived, and his name was John Brew, an Assyrian who out of loneliness had learned to speak Armenian. And as you know, John Brew was living alone, and being alone, he had learned some Armenian and was speaking like that. My mother bought the only visitor coffee and tobacco, and he rolled a cigarette and sipped and smoked. Now the mother of the Abraham brought some coffee and tobacco for Mr. John Brew, and Mr. John Brew rolled the cigarette and smoking it and sipping it. And then at last slightly said, he said, my white horse which was stolen last month is still gone. And after that, after having a smoke and coffee, Mr. John Brew expressed that he had his white horse had been stolen last month and it is still missing. I cannot understand it, and he is absolutely out of understanding why it is happening. My uncle Khusro became very irritated and shouted, it's no harm. What is the loss of a horse? Now at this, Mr. Uncle Khusro, he became so annoyed and irritated and shouted, what the problem with if you had lost your horse? Haven't we all lost the homeland? Have not we all lost our homeland? What is this crying over a horse? Mr. Khusro was shouting, what is the mean of crying over a horse that had lost? That may be all right for you, a city dweller, to say, John Brew said. Now at this, John Brew said that it is very easy for a city dweller like you, mister. But what of my surety? But what is my suffering? What good is a surety without a horse? So what is the problem with a horse? Pay no attention to it, my uncle Khusro roared. And after that, at last, Mr. Khusro shouted very loudly and said, pay no attention to it. I walked 10 miles to get here, John Brew said. After that, John Brew said, after covered 10 miles, I came here. You have legs, my uncle Khusro shouted. At this, Mr. Mr. Khusro said, "You came here because you have legs." "My left leg pains me," the farmer said. At this, Mr. John Brew said, "But my left leg is I am feeling some pain in my left legs." "Pay no attention to it," my uncle Khusro roared. Mr. Khusro again shouted and said his famous dialogue, "Pay no attention to it." "That horse cost me $60, the farmer said. John Brew again said that his horse was very costly. It was $60. "I spit on money," my uncle Khusro said. Mr. Khusro again shouted and said, "I throw this kind of money. मैं इस तरह पैसे पर थूकता हूँ." He got up and skulked out of the horse, slamming the screen door. After that, "I spit on money," my uncle Khusro said. He got up and stepped out of the horse, slamming the screen doors. After that, Mr. John stood up and went away from the house after slamming the screen door. Screen door means the window pane. My mother explained. After that, Abram's mother said, "He has a gentle heart," she said. When she was appreciating his husband, that he had a very gentle heart. I mean, sorry, not husband, Mr. John. He was explaining about Mr. John that he has a very gentle heart. It is simply that he is homesick and such a large man. But he has a problem that he is home. He is suffering from homesickness. The farmer went away and I ran over to my cousin Murad's house. When the farmer John Brew went away, Abram went back to his cousin's house, means Murad's house. He was sitting under a peach tree, trying to repair the hurt wings of a young robin which could not fly. He was talking to the bird, and when the Abram reached the Murad's house, at that time Murad was sitting in his courtyard, and at that time there was a young robin, means a kind of birds, in his hand, and his wings had been broken, and Murad was repairing it. Yeah, Murad was trying to help him. He was talking to the bird, and in doing so, he was talking to the birds also. "What is it?" he said. After that, he said, "What happened?" "The farmer John Brew," I said. Abraham said, when he asked me, "What is the reason you came here?" Abraham said that this is Mr. John Brew, the farmer. "He visited our house. He wants his horse. You have had it a month now." Abraham said to him everything, that in my house today, John Brew, the farmer, visited our house and he had lost his horse. "You have had it month, and he visited our house this morning, and he had lost his horse, and that you have captured, and it had been a month. I want you to promise not to take it back until I learn to ride." But Abraham said to Murad, "But it is my promise, don't get it back to the farmer until I learn to ride." मीन्स जब तक मुझे सीखना नहीं आता तब तक तुम्हें ये घोड़े को वापस नहीं करना है. "It will take you a year to learn to ride," my cousin Murad said. At this Murad said, "But you will take a year to learn very well to ride." "We could keep the horse a year," I said. At this Abraham said, "Then what happened? We can hide the horse for a year too." My cousin Murad leaped to his feet. You know, when Murad heard it, he got shocked and he jumped on his feet. "What?" he roared and said, What are you saying? Are you inviting a member of the Gargolian family to steal?" Means you are expecting that a family, a community or Gargolian family, who is famous for its trust and belief, you are expecting that he steal the horse. The horse must go back to its true owner. No, Murad said, "No, I will get back to the horse to its true owner." "When?" I said. Abraham said, "Then when?" "Cup, in 6 months at the latest," he said. Murad said that within 6 months I will return the horse. He threw the bird into the air and the bird tried hard, almost fell twice, but at last flew away high and straight. And the robin bird, who was in the hands, palm of the Murad, Murad threw the bird in the air. The bird tried hard, and after trying many and many, at last he flew away high and straight. Early every morning for 2 weeks, my cousin Murad and I took the horse out of the barren of the deserted vineyard where we were hiding it and rode it. And every morning, the horse, when it was my turn to ride alone, leaped over grapes, vine, and a small tree and threw me and ran away. Now, both the boys, Murad and Amrab, every morning, when all the world were sleeping, they were trying to ride by the horse that was hidden, yeah, that they kept hide in the grape vineyards. And when the turn came for the Abram to ride, the horse treated very badly. Nevertheless, I hoped in time to learn to ride the way my cousin Murad rode, and Abram was disappointed because it was not seem that he can learn very well as Murad had learned. One morning, on the way to Fevezen's deserted vineyard, we ran into the farmer John Breu, who was on his way to town. Now, once morning, when the trying, both the boy were riding horse. At that time, they met the farmer John Breu, who was the real owner of the horse. Let me do the talking, my cousin Murad said. Now, both the boys were so shocked that it may happen that John Breu may recognize his horse. So that's why Murad said that okay, I will talk to the Mr. John Breu. I have a way with farmers because I know how to talk, yeah, how to behave with this kind of farmer. Good morning, John Breu, my cousin Murad said to the farmer. Now Murad went ahead and said good morning to Mr. John Breu. The farmer studied the horse eagerly. Now the farmer, the real owner of the horse, he was looking at the horse very eagerly. Good morning, son of my friends, he said. What is the name of your horse? Mr. John Breu said, okay, good morning, my friend. Wow, what is the name of your horse? My Hult, my cousin Murad said in Armenian. Now Murad said, the cousin of the Abram, that its name is My Hult. A lovely name, John Breu said, for a lovely horse. John Breu answered that, wow, it's very lovely name. And the horse is lovely too. I could swear it is this horse that was stolen from my many weeks ago. Now, may I look into his mouth? Now, John Breu was saying, oh God, this horse is look like my horse that had stolen many weeks ago. If you don't mind, can I look into his mouth? Of course, Murad said. Now Murad said, yes, of course, why not? You can check the farmer looked into the mouth of the horse. Now the farmer was observing the face of the mouth of the horse. Tooth for tooth, he said. Means he was sure that the tooth is exactly, it is totally face to face, looked like the horse that had stolen. I would swear it is my horse if I did not know your parents. Now Mr. John Breu said, I swear, I promise. इट इज़ माई हॉर्स इफ़ आई डोंट नो योर पेरेंट्स. यदि मैं आपके पेरेंट्स नहीं जानता डैट दे आर फेमस फॉर देयर that their community is famous for their trust and well worthy, then I definitely said that this is my horse. The fame of your family for honesty is well known to me, but I am aware of the honesty and the trust of your family. Yet the horse is the twin of mine, but I will definitely say that this horse is twin of mine. ये मेरे घोड़े का एकदम डुप्लीकेट है या उसका जुड़वा है. A good suspicious man would believe his eyes instead of his heart. If at my place there is a suspicious man, he would definitely believe to his eyes, not his heart. Good day, my young friends. But okay, after saying good day, John Breu went away. Good day, John Breu, my cousin Murad answered. Early the following morning, we took the horse to John Brew's vineyard and put it in the barn. The dogs followed us around without making a sound. Now, next day, early morning, both the boys took the horse to the John Brew's country yard, a vineyard, and when they were doing so, the so many stray dogs were following them without making any kind of shouting. The dogs, I whispered to my cousin Murad. I thought they would bark. Now, Abram said to Murad, pointed that dogs were followed us. Murad said, "Don't worry. They would at somebody else," he said. I have a way with dogs, miss. They would not bark at us because I know how to treat the dogs. My cousin Murad put his arms around the horse, pressed his nose into horse's nose, patted it, and then we went away. Now, when they reached at the proper place, Murad patted the horse and pampered him, and after that, they went away. That afternoon, Jan Breo came to our house in his Shoreway and showed my mother the horse that had been stolen and returned. Now, that morning, Mr. John Brave came again to the Abram's house and showed the horse to the mothers of Abram that had been stolen. I do not know what to think, he said. Now Mr. Brave said that I don't know what the reason. The horse is stronger than ever because my horse is as strong as it was ever. Better tempered too, and it is very good tempered too. I thank God my uncle Khusro, who was in the parlor, became irritated and shouted, "Quiet, man, quiet. Your horse has been returned. Let pay no attention to it." And at the time, Mr. Uncle Khusro was also present in the parlor, and he, after heard about Mr. John Breo's horse, he got so irritated and shouted and said, "Keep quiet, keep quiet. Now your horse had returned, so please, so pay no attention to it." So, student, this chapter is finished now. Now complete the question answer that is given in your book. Thank you.